After a short journey from Hong Kong, we spent the day exploring the curious city of Macau, most notably known as the only place in China that allows casinos, earning it the title of the Vegas of the East. With 1/16 the amount of slot machines and 1/5 the revenue from entertainment, we found the casinos of Macau far different than the big, bright, busy casinos we know from Vegas. But Macau is more than just the casinos, so come along with us while we explore this peculiar city in the Greater Bay Area. So we're on the A21 bus, which takes you to the airport, but it also takes you to the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge, HZMB, which is where we're going to take the bridge across from Hong Kong into Macau. Getting there is super easy. I watched a bunch of vlogs and read a bunch of articles, and it all sounded a little complicated. It sounded like multiple bus transfers. We just got on the A21 bus, and it's going to take us right there. And then once you're in there, you clear Hong Kong customs, and you get on to the golden bus, which will take you across the bridge. We had a couple errands run this morning. We had to go get cash out and then go to 7-Eleven to top up Carson's Octopus card, because the majority of the transit here takes Octopus card, and I'm pretty sure the Golden Bridge only takes Octopus card or e-transfers and e-cards that we don't have access to. But I will clarify that when we get there. And then we also picked up a pineapple bun with butter for breakfast. So we're on the bus now, and we're about to be there any minute. We just passed the airport. We're now pulling up to the bridge because we have to clear customs. I don't know how much I'm going to vlog. So you might see us once we've cleared Hong Kong and we're buying our train tickets. Made it out of Hong Kong immigration, and inside you just walk through immigration, and then there's a bunch of ticket kiosks and you can buy your tickets on the machines. It has it in English as well. Super easy. There's 65 Hong Kong dollars per person like you saw, and now we're headed to get in line for the golden bus. It's pretty busy, and the bus ride takes around 30 to 40 minutes, I believe is what it said online. So all in all, to get us from like downtown Hong Kong to Macau, it was like 35 Hong Kong dollars for our bus ticket, and then 65 for this second bus ticket across the bridge, which is less than 20 Canadian dollars.
It's so easy and organized here. Like everyone just points exactly where to go. Bang, bang, bang. Like I've never done anything easier than this. So well done. Now we're in the big tunnel from two artificial islands. You go down the island and then we'll come out the end of the tunnel, and this lets the big boats pass over where the bridge would be. So it's really helpful. And we're about to get on the gigantic, super long section once we're out of this tunnel. It's very exciting.
We just got off the bus here in Macau. We're just following the big line of people into the Macau immigration when we get through. If you just walk straight out the doors, you'll come out into this big bus terminal, and there are free shuttles that will take you to all of the main casinos, the Parisian, the Venetian, the Grand Lisboa, and they'll take you from here, which is like the historic Old Town side of Macau, across to the casino island. It's called Cotai. The original plan was to take the local bus into the old town, but note that you have to pay in either cash or with the Metro card, and if you're paying by cash, it has to be exact change, and we did not have exact change. So we pivoted, and this is what we're doing now. We've made it into the Venetian. It's crazy. It looks really similar to Vegas. I think it's kind of the same idea where all of the casinos are also connected together and there's kind of this main strip area. So we're gonna wander around the Venetian, do a little montage for you, and apparently there's a ton of free food and drinks you can get at all these different casinos if you go into the casino floor. And we're older than 21, which is the minimum age you have to be. So we're gonna go get some free snackies. The casinos were really cool. It's not as huge as Vegas, like you heard me say in the intro. It doesn't have as much entertainment value outside of gambling. That's where they make most of the revenue and that's where most of the attention is. So inside of the actual buildings, there's not a lot to do other than shop, and some of them seem pretty dead. Like you saw in the Londoner, same in the MGM. Casino is packed, nothing else really going on. So now we're headed to see more of like life in Macau outside of gambling. We're headed to this famous street for street food, and apparently there's free samplers for food. We did try to get free food in the casinos and they've like completely shut that down. Now you need a membership card to be able to get that, which makes sense that you can't really get free things anymore, especially if you're not gambling. So we're gonna go get some food elsewhere. Macau outside of like the strip actually looks quite nice and pretty, and like as beautiful as like Hong Kong does, to be honest. Like it's quite nice, quite walkable. We're in this weird like circle platform. Wait, I need a GPS. So we've made our way out of the casino district, like I said, and behind me is Rua de Cuna. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I know I butchered that. It is a very popular, really beautiful walking street, but it's lined with shops and predominantly food shops. And I read online that typically they give you free samples. We did actually just walk down it and they only offered us a couple samples of beef jerky. So I think, as with the casinos, a free sample culture has kind of shut down a little bit. We're lined up for Lord Stowe's Bakery, which is apparently the inventor of the egg tart, the Portuguese egg tart, because Macau was colonized by Portugal, so it's got a lot of Portuguese influence, and it's the creator of the egg tart that's seen all over Asia. Like you saw us get them in Singapore. We actually don't like the egg tarts, but we thought we had to do it for the culture. Plus, I'm happy we're getting the egg tart here because it's like an iconic food that I can actually have. The line is huge, but we are at the front now, but it's massive.
We're here, we got it. Preface. We had this in Singapore and I didn't like them, but maybe they're amazing here. Let's try it out. You know what? Better. Definitely better. I actually like this one. It's like a sweet scrambled egg in a pastry. And it's actually good. Let's see what Hannah thinks.
I saw someone online say that it's really flaky, like very flaky, and that in America it's too buttery. So let me just get a little close up of the plate for you. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna like it. You know what? I was a hater. Oh, it's got an egg aftertaste. You know what? It's not bad. It's way better than in Singapore. Sorry, Singapore. Wow. It's not bad. I would get it again.
I don't know if I get it again. I like it, but once again, I feel like if it wasn't an egg, it would be better. Like, why, if you're making like an unhealthy pastry dessert, why would you make it with an egg? That's my criticism. It is good, but yeah, no egg would be better, I think.
We just got off the bus. We've made it from the island side of Macau to the mainland side of Macau, and we're now in the old town. This is where a lot of the history is. We're excited to explore this beautiful, very Portuguese looking old town and learn a little bit about the history and life here in Macau. And now we're headed towards something very exciting, something that might be familiar. I'm sure that it will be familiar once I explain what it is. I'm very excited. I knew it was here in Macau, so I'm really excited that we're going to go see it. All right, we've made it. Right behind me is Long's Magic Shop, which was featured in Now You See Me Too. Carson said that no one's gonna know what that is, but it was like a big part of the movie, and I remembered it all these years later. The movie came out in 2013. So
Hannah's been talking about this all day, and I was like, who cares about Now You See Me Too? It wasn't even that good. The first one was good.
I care. There's lots of good Macau moments from that movie. So this is where like Daniel Radcliffe is. Not to spoil the movie for anyone, but he's here, so. Okay. We had a hard time finding Young's Magic Shop, but once we did, it was so cool. It was like a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. I was kind of picturing the movie set. I should have known that it wasn't going to be the movie set, but it was so cool. They had so many cool games. They had posters from the movie, and then the guy did some magic for us, and I was just flabbergasted the whole time. All the card tricks. Even Carson was. Carson even had fun. He doesn't want to admit it, but he had fun. Look at him.
I did have fun. I happily admit it. It was very fun.
What else? Say a good thing about the movie. Say, I think we should watch the movie tonight.
I think we should watch the movie tonight, and we'll review it again.
We're just gonna wander through the old town a little bit more. We're coming up to the Cathedral of St. Paul, and then we're gonna head back to the ferry terminal and take the ferry home. Well, home if home was Hong Kong. So we came in hot to the ferry station. We decided that we wanted to take the ferry back, mostly because it's a little bit shorter and it's less work than taking the bus. And then we get to do both of the options. We got our tickets. We started walking over here from the Fisherman's Wharf at like 6:10 because we thought the ferry left at 6:30 and we were gonna try to like squeeze our way on. The ferry leaves at 7, so we're actually here with plenty of time. The whole process, we didn't buy a ticket ahead of time. The whole process is super simple. The departures is on the 2nd level of this building, so if you're coming from the street, make sure you go up the escalators. And we just bought tickets at the ticket kiosk. They were doing a promotion for $190 per ticket in Hong Kong dollars. It's about double the price of taking the bus, but it's cool to take the ferry, and now we'll get to have done both. So we cleared immigration. It was really quick. They give you these little pieces of paper. They kind of look like this. These are our tickets, but they kind of look like this, that just have like printed on information about you checking into Hong Kong, and they gave you one for Macau, and then they never asked for it again. So they did when we left Hong Kong. I don't really know what those are for, but now we're getting on our ferry. Everything has gone super, super smoothly. So I'll end the vlog with me now, but I'll share some clips of us on the ferry. Hope you guys liked this video of us in Macau. We had a really fun time. And if you haven't seen our Hong Kong vlog yet, I would highly recommend going to watch that because we have had a ton of fun in Hong Kong. If you like this video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!